Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Countdown Studio, 1st of February, and our research department said, let's see what sort of firsts excited you. And the first one they've come up with was, in 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary was the first climber to reach the summit of Mount Everest with old Sherpa Tenzing. I sort of remember that. I was 9 at the time, but I definitely remember the next first, which was a year later when Sir Roger Bannister, as he now is, was the first to run a mile in under 4 minutes, 3 minutes 59.4 seconds. And I remember sitting in my father's car, I don't know where we were, listening to it on the car radio. I remember. I would have been 10 years old.
That was down the Iffley Road, wasn't it, Susie?
It was. It was in Oxford, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, Iffley Road.
Yeah.
And Chris Chataway, I think, was the pacemaker, wasn't he?
I don't know that
I think he was. And of course, it was in 1996 that the Dolly the sheep became the first cloned mammal. And I think the scientist that undertook that revolutionary work died just last year, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And Dolly, I don't know whether Dolly's still with us, but she's mutton by now, I would have thought. And
I think once they're past 2 years old, they're mutton, so yeah.
Are they?
I think so.
But mutton is wonderful, you know, with capers, caper sauce. Lovely, lovely. Now then, who have we got with us here? John Ashmore, series winner back in '98, just 2 years after Dolly was cloned. And you're a payroll clerk from Great Yarmouth, and you're interested in Scrabble. And I'm sorry to burden you with this, but apparently our research department's been probing your sex life, of which apparently Dolly had very little. And Scrabble helped it. What was all that about?
Well, after I last appeared on Countdown, I got involved in tournament Scrabble, and in the course of that, I met Anne, who is now my wife.
Excellent stuff. And you play volleyball in Holland. Why?
Well, I played volleyball for many years, and some of the people in our club have gone over to this magnificent tournament on the Dutch island of Texel for many years.
Right.
And I've been over there about 5 times now, I think.
It's not beach volleyball.
No, it's on grass court.
Grass court. Well, well done. You're joined today by Kirk Bevins, a series winner from 2009. He's a trainee actuary, is that right, Kirk?
That's right, yep.
And also a big darts man. You're a darts referee from York, formerly a maths teacher, but you've chucked that in.
That's correct.
What does a darts referee do? Keeps
A
control?
few jobs. Essentially, they add the scores up, work out what scores are left, sort out problems on stage. You have second referees as well watching out if they go into the exclusion zone, they're too close, that kind of thing. To the player.
Are they difficult to manage? They're quite big chaps, some of them, aren't they?
Well, a lot of them are getting fitter, let's say, and a lot of youthful people coming through.
Yeah. There's a father and son. I watched the World Championships not that long ago. Something to do with chains. Who's that?
Bobby George and his son Richie George, that will be.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the other code. There's 2 codes for darts,
Oh,
and
really?
I'm on the other code to that one.
Which code are you on?
PDC, Professional Darts Corporation.
And they are on the...
BDO,
What's
British
that?
Darts Organisation.
Oh, we don't talk about those then.
I don't know about that. But
All right. And you apparently had an embarrassing incident during a darts game. Are you prepared to enlighten us about that?
I was just practicing darts at university and bent down to pick a flight up that had fallen off, and I heard a rip and the back of my trousers had just gone straight.
There you go.
And I had to spend the next few minutes walking around with a massive hole in my backside.
Never mind, never mind. Best place to have one, I suppose. Anyway, what I'd like to think is that we can now have a big round of applause for John and Kirk. Brilliant stuff. And we were talking about first, we've got Susie over in the corner, joined on this wonderful Friday, the 1st of February, by the great Mark Foster. And you've had a few firsts in the pool. Our most successful swimmer. I mean, frankly, the statistics are extraordinary. 5 times Olympian, 6 times world champion, 10 times European champion, 8 times world record holder, and twice a Commonwealth champion. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And you've had, of course, the Olympics, and you grew in stature. You were already 8 feet. You're about 12 feet tall now. Because you were sitting there next to Claire Balding, a lovely woman, actually. I met her a couple of times. She's a great character.
Yeah.
And you had a great time.
The best time. Well, the next best thing to doing it is actually talking about it. But I might have achieved all those things, but I've never won a Countdown teapot.
I'll see if I can't find one for you. There's some old broken ones out the back. I'll see what I can do. But in the meantime, we've got to kick this game off. Now then, John, would you be good enough to do that?
Can we start with a consonant then, please, Rachel?
Thank you, John. Start today with N.
Another one, please.
T.
And a third one.
P.
Vowel, please.
I.
Another vowel.
E.
A third vowel.
O.
Consonant.
R.
Another consonant.
J.
And we'll finish with a vowel, please.
And finish with I.
And here's the countdown clock. Now then, John Ashmore.
8.
Thank you. And Kirk?
Yeah, 8 as well.
Okay, John.
Pointier.
Pointier, Kirk.
And the same?
Pointier. Any more pointier than that?
We're pointier as well.
Anything else?
Protein.
Yeah, protein. For some.
Protein's good. Anything else?
No.
Pointier and protein, pretty good. Well done. 8 all. And Kirk. Take it away, Kirk.
Hi again, Rachel.
Hi again, Kirk.
Can you start with a consonant, please?
Of course, thank you. Starts with M.
And another.
Q.
And a third, please.
R.
And a fourth.
K.
Vowel.
E.
Vowel.
U.
Vowel.
A.
Consonant, please.
S.
And a final consonant, please.
And a final P.
And here's the clock. Yes, Kirk.
7.
7, John.
Also 7.
Okay, Kirk.
Marquise.
Marquise, yes.
Marks, yes. M-A-R-Q-U-E-S.
Okay.
Kirk, can I just double check how you were spelling that?
M-A-R-Q-U-E-S.
Yeah, excellent.
Are we happy there?
We are, as in makes of car.
Yeah.
And I have to say that the person sitting next to me got that within 2 seconds of the clock. I was very, very impressed.
She's very, no, not impressed, very surprised.
No, I was impressed.
Very
I was
good.
very
Surprised.
A mark, yeah, indeed, yeah. Very good. 15 all. Anything else?
And you can turn that round and have masker or masker, M-A-S-Q-U-E-R, and that is somebody who takes part in a masquerade.
Yeah, masquerade, masker. Very good. 15 all. And John, off you go.
Consonant, please.
Thank you, John. R.
Another consonant.
N.
And another.
B.
A vowel, please.
O.
Another vowel.
A.
A third vowel.
I.
Consonant.
V.
A vowel, please.
E.
And a final consonant.
And a final T.
Stand by. Yes, John.
8.
Thank you, Kirk.
8.
All right, John.
Baritone.
Baritone.
And the
Yes,
same.
2 baritones.
Yep.
2 baritones. Very good. And in the corner, any more baritones over there?
Oh, we also got another, for another 8, you could have had abortive.
An abortive mission.
Exactly.
Very good.
That's short.
Very good. 23 all. Close game here. Kirk. Letters game.
Consonant, please, Rachel.
Thank you, Kirk. S.
And another.
D.
And a third.
N.
And vowel, please.
A.
And another.
U.
And another.
E.
Consonant.
S.
Consonant.
M.
And a final consonant, please.
And a final D.
And countdown. Kirk.
7.
A 7. John.
7 for me too.
Thank you. Now then, Kirk.
Assumed.
Assumed, yes?
Madness.
Madness. Madness, yeah.
Yep.
What's happening over in that particularly sane corner of the studio?
We've got
What's
a couple
going
more,
on?
couple more 7s.
Yeah.
Demands
Yes?
and medusas, which is a form of jellyfish.
Jellyfish, exactly. You can be medusas or medusae, but medusas in
No
this case.
capitals there,
No.
as in the Medusa.
Named after Medusa.
This serpent-headed.
Exactly,
Yeah.
from myth, but no capital letter anymore.
All right. 30 all, tight game. John. Rachel awaits you. It's a numbers game.
I'll have 3 from the top, please, and 3 small ones.
Thank you, John. 3 large ones and 3 little ones for you. And for the first time in this contest, the numbers are 3, 6, 7, 50, 75 and 100. And your target, 107. Oh dear.
107. Very good, John. I didn't see you writing it down.
I managed to scribble something down that says 107.
Well done. Kirk,
Yeah, the same.
you got it? All right. Well, let's hear from John first.
Strangely enough, I added 100 to 7.
I thought you might say that. I don't think we need to write that one down.
And Kirk, did you struggle at all?
Yeah, I did the same way. Why
Well,
not?
well done. Why not? Seems a pity to get stressed over it. So, 40 all, but now it's our turn to talk to Mark. And Mark, I think that when the opening ceremony of the games was being televised, you were also on television with young Rachel Riley, is that right?
We were indeed, yeah.
Tell us about that.
We're a partnership. I think
Yes.
actually Rachel got asked who she wanted to do the show with.
Yes.
And she said, I'm this really intelligent guy
Yes.
that I would not go on that show without as my
Well,
right-hand man.
what actually happened was they said that we had to share a dressing room. And I thought, who do I know that's an underwear model? And Mark agreed.
Well done. Now, come on, tell us a little bit more about this. It was called
It's called the £1 Million Drop.
Well Done, and it was a charity thing?
It was.
And you two teamed up, and what happened?
Well, basically, the money we raised, or any of the couples, there were about 6 different couples, and the money that we all raised was going to be doubled
Yes.
and then given to it's Paralympic sport.
I think it was 12 different charities all involved in Paralympics, or Paralympic sports, yeah. We got through to the end and we won £50,000.
That's terrific.
I was going to say actually earlier when Kurt was mentioning being on the oche and playing darts in his trousers going, I once got on the block in China for a World Cup competition, take your marks, bent down, and my trunks ripped at the back, which obviously I didn't know had happened at first, and this sort of laughter and stuff started, and someone came and tapped me on the side and said, and of course all my teammates were laughing their heads off at the other end, so
There was no hint of a breeze on you.
no, we were indoors.
Oh, I see. There we are. What a shame. It's now time for a tea time teaser. Let's see what we've got for you here. Royal tea is the teaser, and the clue between 1 and 6, depending on how it falls. Between 1 and 6, depending on how it falls.